Hello everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Drunken Hubby. Before I start, I'd like to ask you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and go ahead and click that bell icon so you can turn on notifications, and then you'll know whenever I drop a new video, which I try to do around every Friday evening. And then while you're down there, go ahead and hit that like or dislike button so you can give that algorithm a little tap. Alright, so this is my fourth attempt at this video today. I've not been having a lot of fun. The software and the hardware today has just been giving me a lot of troubles. I guess that's what I get for trying to do a video on Friday the 13th. But without further ado, let's try to get into it. So, for the millionth time, I found something called Mike's Hard Lemonade Seltzer, and I've never had any kind of particular seltzer or hard seltzer for that matter, but I have had Mike's Hard Lemonade, and I did enjoy it in the past. It had a nice citrusy lemony bite, and I enjoyed it. It was around 5 to 6% alcohol by volume. These are about the same. I've already got some that are pre-opened because, again, this is my fourth attempt. So, here's the can. Alright, let's give it a taste for you guys. In my opinion, it tastes, I guess, kind of like a flavored water. The sweetness that it tries to give off tastes kind of almost artificial. But the ingredients say it's cane sugar, and I guess I'm just not used to that. I do taste the lemon, but it's not as strong or as potent as I would like it to be. Alright, the next flavor is mango. So mango lemonade. Again, I can taste the hint of peach. In my opinion, it overpowers the lemon, the citrus. It still tastes like a flavored water more than anything. Kind of like how you have the water that has a slight taste of fruit in it. What is it? Like almost like a Fruit 2.0, a carbonated Fruit 2.0. This is what this reminds me of. So it's not bad for what it is. It's more than likely not really my taste. Alright, so this next one is a strawberry lemonade. Now I like a good strawberry or a raspberry lemonade, so let's give this a try. The strawberry is strong. Again, as with the other one, in my opinion, it overpowers the lemon. You're not getting much of a lemony bite to it, which I really would like to have. And it still has that, the cane sugar is messing with me. It keeps making me think it's like it has like a diety taste to it. Alright, and number 4, because I bought the variety pack. This one is pineapple, and I would expect pineapple to be in a yellow can, but I guess since the lemonade is already in a yellow can, they had to do it different. Alright, let's give this one a taste. Excuse me. It's not bad. It tastes of pineapple. But again, these are kind of like flavored waters, and I'd like to personally have a little more bite in it than that. So I'm gonna wash that down with a beer. Natty Daddy, 8% alcohol by volume. And I'm going to put a little bit of food in my tummy. By the way, it is evening. Shabbat Shalom. I have 2 regular cheeseburgers with Swiss cheese and a little bit of barbecue, and some macaroni and cheese with some sauteed mushrooms and onions. So nothing special today. Alright, let's dig in. Not bad. I probably should have put more barbecue. That's what. Now, as this is my fourth attempt, I've already blessed the food. It is a little on the cold side. I had to heat it up a little bit in the microwave. But I already went last week with a botched recording because of all this incidents, and it was already too late by the time I thought I figured it out. But I do have some updates. As you notice, it's quiet. My fur babies, I did find them a good home. A nice little family with a really big fenced-in yard. It decided to take all three of them, and that really made me happy with that. To see them running around and playing and having a good time. It looked like they were having the time of their little lives. And yes, I cried. I'm still trying to not cry. I love my babies, but being homeless and going camping and living in a tent is not a life for my fur babies, especially with the hot season that's coming up. So I found them a home. I was not able to find a way to ship them home, as it was prohibitively expensive, $5,000 per dog, and I can't afford that with what I need to be able to do. So, with that being said, this coming Friday is my due date to leave the place. I have not been able to find a place to go. So, I'm going to do something I've always wanted to do anyway. And it makes sense to do this because it won't be too long since I'm able to get my my settlement. But I've always wanted to go camping and kind of try out some survival stuff. I've always loved camping and living and doing the whole outdoors thing, so it makes sense to try and give that a try. There are some campgrounds and national parks here in North Carolina that offer something called primitive camping, which you can do for free, but only up to 14 days. And then you have to move to another site that's within more than, it has to be at least 10 miles away from there. And there are plenty, so I can rotate around 3 or 4 different campsites, 3 or 4 different parks, and I'll be alright. And I've already started to accumulate the gear that I'll need to do it. Excuse me. So, I've had a tent for the longest time, never used it. It's always been set away for time of emergency, for, it's called a doomsday prep or bug out prep, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. So I've had that, so I went expanded upon that. Got 2 tarps, so I have one under the tent and over the tent. The one under to prevent getting tears and nicks and stuff on the floor of the tent itself. And you put one over for like not have rain on the tent, and it offers you an extra layer of shade and it is going to be hot, and kind of give you an awning on just on the outside in front of your tent. So you kind of sit in front of your tent under that little awning. You won't be able to have rain on you. You can have your little fire or whatever you want to do, and it'll be all right. What else did I get? A little decent little electric lighter and solar powered battery banks. I'm gonna recharge my phone, my laptop, and my rechargeable lighter and a rechargeable lantern, which is also a battery bank too. So I should be fine as far as that goes. I'll still be able to make videos. My phone doubles as a hotspot, so I'll still be able to make videos for you guys and try new different things. So I got the sleeping bag and an air mattress. I got the sleeping bag because I don't want to lay directly on a plastic air mattress. I mean, it's already gonna be hot as sin. So if anybody knows, or if you don't know, excuse me, even if it's cold, when you lay directly on a plastic surface, it gets hot, it can't breathe, and your skin sweats really bad. I don't need that because you can get sores and all kinds of other stuff with that. This seltzer makes me burp a lot. I guess it's like super carbonated. Alright, that one's done. Whew. What else? So yeah, I've got the sleeping bag, I've got the air mattress, I've got the pump, and I got a small little table and a little folding chair. Those are pretty cheap. I've got 2 machetes and a bush knife and a little hatchet. So any type of stuff I need to deal with you know, cutting wood or kindling or stuff like that, or making small temporary structures with, you know, the brush, I'll be able to do that. Also, I've got a 7-gallon water block, and I've got a water filter, so water should not be a problem. As far as hygiene goes, for the time being, I'll be able to do spot bathing with some baby wipes. I found it's a big thing of baby wipes like this, about 700-800 baby wipes or something like that, for like $6. So I'll be fine as far as that goes, or as far as having to use the bathroom. I got a little tiny shovel so I can bury anything, you know, any of my leavings, if you catch my drift. So I won't be leaving anything behind per se. I won't be leaving a mess. And as far as defense, because I will be out there, you know, in the wilderness, I do have my pistol, you know, my little high point. Everyone snarks at about a high point, but a high point is better than having just a stick or nothing at all. You know what I mean? So I've got my high point, I've got an additional clip, and I've got my 12-gauge shotgun and about 200 rounds. So I should be reasonably okay as far as being able to defend myself or hunting anything, because the areas I'm going to do have hunting access. So there's that. And speaking of food, for the most part I'll just be using a little collapsible wooden stove. And I have a couple little camping pots and pans I can cook right on top of that. For the most part, I'll probably just be eating like canned stew or canned chili or vegetarian baked beans, because it's so hard to find any baked beans that don't have any pork in them. For the most part, all I can find is vegetarian baked beans that don't have any meat in it at all. Soups or pastas, stuff like that. Stuff that'll be in a can. Now, every once in a while, depending how things go, I might be able to do some fishing. I might be able to cook a fish or two. But for the most part, it's going to be canned goods. I'll be alright. And it's not like I'm going to be completely and absolutely off grid, because I still have my car, I still have my phone, my laptop. I can still go buy supplies that I need, stuff like that, or get fresh water if I need to. It's also a possibility of getting a $10 a month membership at Planet Fitness. You know, use the exercise bike for a little bit and then go and get in the shower. You know, pretty simple. But I like camping. I like it outdoors. This will be like a vacation for me until I'm able to go home to Miami. We've already got stuff set out. We know that it's coming, so we've already alerted the owner of the land, like, hey, we're gonna have payment for you pretty soon. We're gonna line up a cheap little used vehicle so we can get around. I'm just gonna handle my visa fees and stuff like that, transportation to get there. Pretty much just to make sure that we're gonna have as few bills as possible. I think the only bills we're really gonna have when everything's said and done is insurance and electricity and some foods and my my visa payments. That's pretty much it that I can foresee for the time being. And I've got my my retirement income set up, my disability that's coming in already, so I'm good to go with that. So now it's just about waiting for things to come through and I can go home. Now, for those of you who don't know much about camping, or maybe you do want to go camping but don't know how, or don't know what to bring, camping can be a pretty fun and liberating experience. Essentially, you're going to leave your house and all your belongings that you're tied to. You're going to leave that behind for a short while. It's going to be you, maybe your loved ones with you, depends on your situation, and your supplies in the wilderness. And for a very basic camping experience, especially if you're just going to do overnight or weekend, whatever, like I said, you're going to want your tent spikes, a mallet for the spikes, a couple of tarps, depending on what kind of setup you're going to do, something to cook on or cook with. It depends on your style, what kind of cooking out you want to do while you're camping. The sleeping bags, and something to put under you, between you and the floor of the tent. You have to have that insulation. That's very important. So a cot or an air mattress, whatever you want to do. And basic stuff like water, toothbrush, toothpaste, basic cleansing supplies, because you're basically going to be roughing it. You know, that's the whole joy of it. You know, you have an excuse to not have to take a shower every day, and you know, just enjoy what the outdoors has. Bring a guitar, or something like that, you leave all your electronics at home and break away from it all. You know, take a chance to enjoy and appreciate what our Father Yahuwah made for us. That's what it's all about. And I'm looking forward to taking the time to enjoy that for a while. Excuse me. So, yeah, I'm upset about, you know, I couldn't keep my babies, my fur babies. But they found a good home. I'm able to go and do something I've always wanted to do for a while I wait for my chance to go home and marry Amy. So this whole situation about being evicted has turned out to be a blessing in disguise. So I'm not upset. I'm happy. I'm overjoyed. And I'm looking forward to it. But I'm going to continue to keep y'all updated and continue to make the videos every week, just like I've been doing. And hopefully, pretty soon, my beloved family in the Philippines will be joining me in the videos for even more fun. With that, I'm going to say goodnight and tell y'all Shabbat Shalom, peace, and I'll see you next week. Bye.